Good afternoon. I know he's saying you guys didn't expect to hear from me. I will tell you, I never in my life did I think I was going to be standing up here talking to all of you guys. But super exciting. Let me start by saying it's an honor to be here. I've been to some intense places. I've been in locker rooms after bad losses. I've been on bus trips, stuck in traffic for 5 hours and no AC. But this is a different kind of energy. A lot more power, I think. And no one's arguing over who's got control of the aux cord, so that's kind of nice. I'm here today, as they said, representing the United Soccer League Players Association, the USLPA. Thank you. It's the union representing professional soccer players or footballers or whatever the terminology you guys want to use for the USL Championship, which is the second division professional soccer on the men's side here in the country, USL League One, which is third division on the men's side, and we just actually recently organized the USL Super League, which is a new women's professional soccer league that kind of sits aside NWSL. And yes, we do have a bunch of teams in Texas. We got teams in El Paso, Dallas, San Antonio, and Sherman, Texas. Now, I know a lot of you guys are thinking, wait, soccer players have a union? And my answer is, we didn't, until we built one. We were not handed a contract. We did not walk into a unionized workplace. We did not have a collective bargaining agreement waiting in our locker. What we did have was group texts. We did have 18-hour bus rides. We did have contracts that forced players to live 4 or 5 people to an apartment. We did have injuries where teams weren't paying the medical bills. And we had teammates whispering to each other, is this really how this should be? So we did what every good working group of workers do. When the system's not working for you, we organized. We did that one teammate at a time, one team at a time. And let me tell you, organizing a bunch of people that are early in their professional career, oftentimes 17, 18, 19, 20, is not easy. These are people who have trained their whole lives in pursuit of one goal, their own success. So how do we get them to buy into a collective success? And it's not like any of us really had organizing experience. Shoot, we didn't even know what an authorization card was when we started. But I'll tell you what we lacked in knowledge, we made up for in piss and vinegar. Hey, we came together because something wasn't right. We were giving everything to the game and the game wasn't giving back to us. So we stopped waiting for someone to do it. We got to work. We started making phone calls, talking to our locker rooms, and over the course of the season, we built power person by person. Eventually, after about a year of work, we surprised the league. They literally had no idea that we were doing this, with authorization cards representing over 87% of the league. They were so surprised, they gave us voluntary recognition. And at the time, I thought, oh, great, here we are. As the reality, as a lot of you guys know, that's where the real work starts. Oh, crap, how do we get to a contract? It took us another 3 years to get to a first CBA. In 2021, we ratified a first ever CBA for our USL Championship players. This agreement secured for the first time a minimum wage. It set better protections. And most importantly, I think for all of our guys, gave us a voice in the league that we play in. This cannot be understated. It has transformed this league in the last 4 years. Not only have we seen average player compensation more than double, but we've seen clubs to actually start to be held responsible for how they treat players. We haven't stopped there. Since then, the league launched USL League One, so we organized that group. We got to a contract for that group. This year, when they launched the Super League, we went ahead and organized them, which is actually really cool. It's a massive step for our organization because we're becoming one of the first sports unions where men's and women's players sit side by side in the organization. So in real time, we're learning how to take a coalition and how do we build off of each other's power. It's really cool to see that come together, especially with a workforce that is tremendously young. Okay? We're now back in negotiations. We're fighting to update our championship contract. We're preparing to start negotiations for our first ever Super League contract. But our mission remains the same. And this started back with the same group of players that organized in 2018. We wanted a league. We wanted a work environment that was for players by players. I think that is translatable to all of you guys. Along this way, we realized something really important. Something that connects our fight to all of you. It doesn't matter if you're playing in front of thousands of people or whether you're clocking in for a shift at a job site. The need is the same. Respect, safety, dignity, and a future. And that brings me to why I'm really here today. Because the labor movement is at a crossroads. We're under attack. Our rights, our protections, our power, and no one knows that better than all of you guys. Okay? A lot of folks outside this state like to write off Texas. They think that organizing can't happen here. But you all know better. Because what is happening here is not retreat, it's momentum. Texas is baristas walking out in San Antonio. It's nonprofit staff demanding better pay. It's journalists forming wall-to-wall unions. It's public workers, players, and everyone in between saying, we've had enough. We're standing up together. This movement, this convention, isn't about waiting. It's about organizing. Because we are the union, and when we move together, we win. And yes, the World Cup is coming this next summer, and yes, it's coming to Texas, but let's be clear. There's no World Cup without workers. But you know what? That's true whether it's a World Cup or a Tuesday. There is no economy, no community, no future without labor. So don't let anyone tell you this isn't the time. Don't let them tell you that it's too hard. Don't let them pretend that Texas can't be a union state. Because I've seen what's possible. I've seen players who are 18 who are afraid to speak up become team reps. I've seen locker rooms who are so afraid of their coaches and GMs they weren't willing to speak turn into union halls. I've seen solidarity take root in places no one expected. And I've seen that when we believe in each other and come together, there is nothing we can't build. So no matter where you're building power, know this. The labor movement is growing, it's organizing, it's rising, and it's big enough, bold enough, and strong enough to take on anything, even in Texas. Honestly, it's an honor to be able to stand in front of all you guys. I know a lot of you do work that is probably tremendously more impressive. So I want to say thank you. And as always, in solidarity.